Hey everybody, my name is BlakJak and welcome back to Yakuza for PS2. Last time we practically beat Chapter 8 Scheme, and while doing so we also did all the Kamaki missions that I could do up until this point, ending with the counterpunch. Right now we're going to head back to Kage, and we're going to do a side mission, like the only one left in Chapter 8. Which you get right at the end of Chapter 8 once you make it back to Purgatory. After defeating the Akai brothers, there is going to be a side mission. And then once we're done with that side mission, we're going to start Chapter 9, and we're going to beat Chapter 9 in its entirety today. Chapter 9 is very quick. It's realistically only about 40 minutes long. Maybe even like half an hour long. Half an hour to 40 minutes long. So a bulk of this video is going to be Chapter 9, predominantly. Like I said, we're done with Chapter 8, so we're about to start Chapter 9. I just want to do the side mission. I don't think I can do it in Chapter 10. At least I don't think so.
Oh, perfect timing.
What happened?
Well, a woman came by looking for you a while ago.
Who was it?
The wife of the late Sohei Dojima. Yayoi Dojima.
What?
The wife of your ex-boss, the one you killed. I didn't want any trouble, so I made her leave. She left you a letter. She asked me to hand it to you. That place is now a hideout for ex-Dojima gangsters. Regardless of what you think, they're trying to lure you into a trap. Kazuma, you shouldn't go.
Well, I do what I want, Kage. So we're gonna head off to the place, the area where it all began 10 years ago, where Nishiki killed Sohei Dojima, and we took the fall for it. So we're gonna head over there. It's right around the corner on was this Tsuchifuku Street? Is that Takamichi or Tsuchifuku? Yeah, Tsuchifuku Street. So it's like right around the corner. Not one of these buildings. I think it's around here. Right over here on Theater North. In this building. We're in the Todo building. I don't think there's a locker key around here. Perhaps there is. So we're gonna walk into this room, idle around a little bit, see the flowers that day 10 years ago. Where Nishiki pointed a gun at Dojima. Killed him dead. And Yumi was there, and she was traumatized, and we took the fall for her. You remember that cutscene that happened all those episodes ago? It all started right here. And now Yayoi wants to talk to us. Well, there she is. It's been 10 years since my husband died. Yayoi-san, it's been a long time. I believed in you. I thought that one day you would take over the Dojima family. Now you must pay for what you have done. You're fucking dead, Kazuma. I want to see you suffer. I'm gonna rip your fucking balls off. Ex-Dojima family gangsters. I like that they're still, like a tight-knit group. Like, I killed you, your boss, and you're like, let's fuck this one dude in particular. And this guy has a big ass sword, big sword, and he's gonna fuck you up with it. Teramoto has a good medium-sized bar and a half. This guy right over here is fucking brolic as shit. Tashido? That guy's brolic, yep. Buff boy. That's a-okay with me, so we're just gonna knock everyone out. It's a very simple fight. Not too difficult. Shouldn't take too long, honestly. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say he had the sword? Termon? Termon is the fat guy. The other guy, I don't know his name. Has a good bar and a half. Also. But now we're using some of our new moves. That's pretty cool. Tashito is about to go down. Oh, I had to use my hunt and kill. There's my hunt and kill. It's a very small area. There's not many things to use in here. It's not really that tough a fight, if I'm going to be quite honest with you, because Gino never showed up and started swinging his sword around like a mad lad. But we've dealt with sword guys before. They're not too hard. And he's kind of scrawny too, so he's not going to take a punch too well. So we're just going to knock him out. And that does the side mission pretty much. Ooh, wait, he's dodging pretty good. Bitch, get over here. Oh! Alright, yeah, you're actually kind of annoying me. You're dodging more than you should, friend. Alright, you're actually kind of... Alright, now you're pissing me off. Thank you. Fucking gone, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, that punch is amazing.
The one who killed Dojima. You took the blame for someone else, didn't you? Who killed him?
Just give me a little time to gather my thoughts, all right? I promise to give you the answers when I'm finished with what I gotta do.
Damn, Kaz. You couldn't even give her some closure, yo. Oh well. Let's start chapter 9 over here. So we're gonna talk to Date. And Date's gonna be like, yo, let's get the hell up out of here. And we're gonna be like, okay. So we're out. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Well, let's head out for Yokohama.
So, you took the girl.
Correct. I was just told that the girl has arrived at our headquarters in Chinatown. Now, about the reward you promised me. A deal is a deal, correct?
Yeah, no problem. So, 3 billion yen to your snake flower triad.
3. Mr. Shimano, you take 7 billion?
No, we only take 5.
Then who gets the remaining 2?
Ah, there you are. Lao, let me introduce you to someone. This is a lieutenant of the Omi family, Tirada.
Lao, I've heard a lot about you.
He's the one that got us the information about the girl from that idiot Nishiki. The Omi family gets the remaining 2 billion.
I see. Well, I understand.
That dumbass kid Nishiki. He just doesn't fucking get it. He's 20 years younger than me, for fuck's sake. Does he really think he can outsmart me?
Chapter 9, Rescue. Actually, one of my favorite chapters in this entire game, honestly.
Lao cut along. I didn't expect the snake flower triad to get involved.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Kazuma. They may be interested in the pendant, but they've got no reason to harm Haruka.
Date. Haruka. She's all by herself in that fucking city. Looking for a mother she's never met before. She's only 9 years old, yet she's so determined to find her mother.
Yeah.
When I heard that Haruka was trying to leave me, it reminded me of what happened 10 years ago. It reminded me of how I felt. I thought I was doing the right thing, protecting someone very close to me. But when I think about it now, maybe I was just running away from everything. I just couldn't accept what I knew fate had in store for him. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the balls. I should have just let fate take its course. Instead, I twisted his destiny. But then, sometimes I think I was right to fight against destiny. When you're protecting something important to you and the situation becomes desperate, you'll jump over any hurdle, no matter how high it may be. Now that Mizuki's gone, Haruka, she's just a little girl, trying so hard to survive on her own. If she's going to fight her destiny, I'm prepared to protect her with my life.
So, this must be the Snake Flower Triad's hideout.
Right. Date, can you check on the police investigation for Haruka?
You're going in alone?
Yeah, sorry. But in your condition, you'll just slow me down.
Ah, fuck it. All right, then.
Sorry.
Don't go dying on me, Kazuma.
How many, sir?
Tell Lao Kaolong that Kazuma Kiryu is here to meet him.
Unfortunately, there isn't anyone by that name in this establishment. Sir?
Alright, the Snake Flyer Triad is on my ass. This entire chapter, all you gotta do is just make it to Haruka, beat the boss, head home, and survive. So, this is a really fun chapter. The Snake Flyer Triad headquarters is a giant restaurant, and you get to run around and just beat the fuck out of people. Most people here have giant swords, like Chinese swords. I don't know the names of those swords. I don't think they're scimitars. I don't know the name of those ones. But when you pick one up, Cosmo swings it like a fucking katana, which I find hilarious. Oh no, he swings it like a club. That's right. The heat action is still the same way he does, like a katana. It's still funny to me. And once you start clearing the room a little bit, more guys will appear. There you go, see? Suren staff member. So these guys are just paid to show up and go to like work, serve customers, whatever. And then here comes this motherfucker, just shows up, and everyone's guns blazing, and everyone has swords, and they're all dying, because of course Cosmo's gonna start slicing people with the same fucking swords and bash people's heads in with the chairs and tables and fucking whatever he gets his hands on. So these poor people are just totally fucked. These guys have like a really big, like fancy flip kick. It is the easiest move to dodge. I swear to God, they take forever to wind it up. I don't think I've ever been hit by it. Still funny. And as I say that, of course I get hit by it, but you know what I mean? Like if I see it coming, like I've never been hit by it. It just takes so long for them to wind up and hit you with it. They just fly. It's so graceful. Dead. Oh, I was gonna step on him. All right, we're gonna grab another fucking chair. Just throw it halfway across the room. No one dodged it. It's all right. Oh, good. These guys have a lot of low health. There is health lying around throughout the area, so don't worry about like not finding any health or like worrying that you didn't buy enough medicine to last. Like you should be okay with the health that they do give you, and there's some in the boss room too. But I would still stop by Kotobuki drugs and just pick up just some medicine before starting this mission. These guys give a lot of EXP too. Like that guy just gave me almost 1,000 EXP. And so now we're fighting the cooks. These guys spend all their time making delicious Chinese food and shit, and now they're worried about kicking my ass, and they can't even touch me right now. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. If you're near the edge, sometimes Cosmo can jump down it. I think there's a button prompt to do so. I think you press X to jump, and since dodging is the X button, if you sometimes dodge near the corner, he'll jump off the edge. And just like that, we beat the cooks, but we didn't beat the chapter. That's not the end of the chapter, of course. So we're gonna just move on, and we're gonna go into the kitchen. Now we're gonna fight the chef, the head chef. He's one of the bosses here, which is fucking awesome. But here's one of the difficult fighting styles that I was telling you about. Not the most difficult, but in conjunction with this man's weapon, I say the chef is one of the tougher enemies in the game, just because he can slice you really quickly, and his attacks are kind of like longer than you'd expect them to be, honestly. Like I get hit by them quite a bit. Especially since I'm more concerned with taking out the smaller guys because I don't want to be overwhelmed. But like a lot of those I feel like didn't really hit me, but he still ended up catching me with them. If that makes sense. Like I feel like I shouldn't have been hit by some of those attacks, and yet I did. Oddly enough. But yeah, and he's not the only character you'll see with this two-knife setup, the butcher's knife setup. Enemies in the Coliseum also have that. There's another guy who has the same thing. Oh, I just Budokai'd him, just Tekken comboed him midair. But yeah, so be careful with the chef, the head chef. He is kind of cool. And so I wanted to bring the handgun to this fight to show off like shooting a handgun at a boss, seeing how much damage it did. But I brought the wrong gun. I wanted to bring the sus gun to a separate boss fight. I think it's the chapter 10 boss. But I accidentally never switched the gun. Like I for some reason thought I had switched it because I saw handmade gun, and I was like, that's a suspicious gun because it's a suspicious gun. So we're gonna see something really stupid that I do. I was saving it for the fucking chapter 10 boss, but I totally messed it up. And I find it funny that the knife is a bludgeoning weapon. It's not a knife, it's just a bludgeoning weapon. Like he just punches people with it. He doesn't cut anyone, he doesn't stab anyone or anything. Nothing particular with that weapon. Like the type of weapon. I guess if you wanted to, you could take out the chef first, because you are still going to be swarmed by the small guys. Like, it's not going to stop you. Oh, I want to break the plate over his head.
That's right.
That's right. Let's grab a plate.
That's right.
Yeah. I want to grab a plate and just break it over your head real quick. Yo, that plate lasted way more than it should have. I feel accomplished, by the way, when I do that. Ooh, what's this? Is that a pig head? You want to throw a pig head at you. It's like that book, Lord of the Flies. Like, take the beast. Take the beast. What's the pig's name? I feel like there's a name to that pig. The pig on the pike.
Haruka.
I've been expecting you, Kazuma Kiryu. Let me see now. It's been 12 long years.
Lao Ka Long. Why the hell are you involved?
I was hired by Mr. Shimano. He made it very much worth my while. I am quite fond of big business deals. I have a nose for it.
You're after the 10 billion too?
You don't seem to understand the true worth of this girl, Mr. Kiryu. And for that matter, neither does Shimano. You Yakuza are very foolish.
Where's the pendant?
I've already sold it to Nishiki, that cheapskate Shimano. Unfortunately, he wouldn't make a reasonable offer.
If that's the case, then you don't need the girl anymore.
On the contrary, having this girl in my possession is enough for me.
What? What the hell do you mean?
I've had enough of this conversation. I am the man who rose to the top of the Snake Flower Triad by force. Come now, allow me to show you what the Triad is really capable of.
Now, Lao Ka Long, he's one of the tougher boss fights in this game, if I gotta be honest with you. And that's simply because I think he's like the second hardest fighting style in the game. Now, typically, no one fights the way he does when he doesn't have a weapon. But just to make the exception, he is a very difficult fight. Especially when he has a lance. That lance makes him really difficult because he has a lot of range with it. His attacks tend to be a little slow with it though, and he's very predictable with it, but if you get hit, you gotta be careful. And here's the mistake. So I thought that was the other gun. I wanted to shoot him with it, but it was the explosive gun. So if I really was smart about it, I could have just walked up to him and shot myself with it, like I wanted to with the next boss, or the boss I was thinking of doing that with. But since I'm an idiot and I never switched the gun, that my plan backfired on me, literally. Like the gun. So the best thing to fight the lance version of Lao Ka Long would probably be to pick up these bases and use them as weapons. Because the crock pots, when you hit them over your head, sometimes they drop things, like health, or sometimes they even have weapons in them. I think there's like a sword in one of them. And you can use the weapons against him, and that'll be really useful. But this isn't the entire fight with Lao Ka Long. Him holding a lance isn't the entire fight, because there is, like I mentioned earlier, an unarmed state where he fights without the weapon. I never had the bulletproof vest on since Kamaki, did I? I could have been taking a lot less damage during this fight. But it seems like he's still susceptible to the body blow, so I would probably still be punching him in the stomach as much as possible. But yeah, like, be careful with the lance. The lance is probably the hardest phase of the fight, probably. He has another phase after this that's not an armed weapon. Yeah, there it is. See, that one had a sword. And then once you get the sword, you can break his lance pretty easy. Just be careful when his lance breaks, though. He will be unarmed for a little bit, but eventually he'll gain two Chinese swords, and he starts fighting like the chef. So when he's unarmed, his attacks are very quick. They're also kind of powerful too, like they hit a lot harder than you think they would. So be careful with that. Again, using the crock pots when he has weapons is your best bet. I would wait. You could also pick up the lances on the side of the wall right here and use them. Oh, I just parried him. Nice. It says club, but it's pretty much a lance. And he'll use, Cosmo will use it pretty effectively. So here we go. This guy drops down two Chinese swords at half health. And now he's a very tough opponent. He fights just like the chef does, except his range is a lot longer now because he has swords and not butcher knives, which means it's a lot harder to actually dodge a lot of his attacks. That being said, though, again, just using the crock pots, using the lances, using the swords, whatever you find lying around, will help you defeat Lao Ka Long a lot easier. And having the club, especially like those lances, really did help with this fight, just because you have the range on him. You can keep away from him. But like, he still does a lot of damage. Like, he's one of the tougher fights in this game. So like, if you die to him, like, don't be ashamed. I've died to him before. He's really annoying. Very quick. Look at that, he like almost killed me just there. Like, if I had got hit by that and I didn't pause on time, I would have died. Now what helps is if I had a fucking armor on. Like, if I had my bulletproof vest on, I wouldn't be taking so much damage. But I didn't have that, so we're just going to hope to God. Oh, his sword's broken. And just like that. Oh, he throws knives too. Did I mention that? I didn't mention that. He can throw knives. Don't worry about the knives. They're really weak. They don't do much. Now that he's unarmed, he's going to be dodging quite a bit, and his attacks, like I mentioned, are very quick. He has a down kick while you're down. This and throwing a knife. Again, he's not too bad. But once you get him down close enough, you're going to just beat the shit out of him, and then you're going to win. Super simple. Hey, can you not throw your fucking knives at me, dickhead? Alright, now we're gonna win. I said, okay, or not. We're just gonna counter me like a complete dickhead. Alright. Oh, that's right, he has a grapple attack too. Yeah, that's one of his heat actions. Not many enemies have a heat action in this game. Not many bosses, I mean, have heat actions in this game. Alright, he's just kicking my fucking ass. So I'm gonna break his combo, and then I'm going to grab him and throw him onto the ground. I won't say he's susceptible to many grabs. I think it depends on like where he's at in the stun. Like if you can get him with like a body blow, you can grab him and throw him, but I wouldn't rely on the grabs all too much with him.
Uncle Kazuma, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kazuma Kiryu, you're under arrest for kidnapping.
What the hell do you mean kidnapping? Pseudo? You saw it with your own eyes. She wasn't abducted by him.
That's not the point, Date-san.
What?
Whatever happens, Kazuma will not be released. Date-san, we told you before. Get off this case. Excuse me. Haruka? Haruka?
Uncle Kazuma.
Haruka.
I'm sorry, Uncle Kazuma. It's all my fault. I really wanted to be with you. But I didn't want to cause any more trouble for you.
Don't be silly. You could never, ever cause me trouble. Date,
Yeah, sorry to keep you waiting.
if you let me...
I'll be in deep shit, yeah. I know, but it's too late. Let's go.
So now the game's going to ask you to save, and that's because we're not done yet. There's a hard part to this game, chapter.
What the hell did I do?
Sorry, Detective.
Well, either way I was bound to get the axe. Better now than later. By the way, this case is a lot more complicated than we first thought.
What did you find out?
You remember this? This badge belongs to the guys who took Haruka to Stardust. According to Kage, they're part of a top-secret organization run by the government. So I dug a little deeper and came across a covert department run by the cabinet called the MBI.
The MBI?
A Ministry Bureau of Investigation. They perform operations under direct orders from the cabinet, pulling all the political strings behind the scenes. Guy in charge is a Diet representative, an ex-police commissioner, a man named Jingu. I'm not sure what connection he has to the 10 billion and Haruka, though.
A politician, Lao Kalong, mentioned something interesting. He said that Haruka was worth more than the 10 billion yen.
More than 10 billion?
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that, but I do have some good news. The body found in Tokyo Bay wasn't Mizuki.
What?
The police ID'd the body. It was a completely different woman. They got definitive evidence. Dental records.
So, my mommy is...
That's right. She's still alive somewhere. Listen, Haruka. I'm looking for Yumi, and you're looking for Mizuki. I can't say what kind of danger lies ahead, but I promise to protect you with my life. I promise you'll see your mother again.
Okay.
Huh? That car. Shit. It looks like they've been following us since we left the station.
What?
It might be the Snake Flower Triad. Shit, we're fucked. Kazuma, keep them at bay while I get us out of here.
Got it.
Cosmo doesn't kill anyone except for this moment in the game where he shoots people out of fucking out of the fucking moving cars and shit. So you dodge and reload with X and shoot with triangle. You aim with the left analog stick and you turn the camera with the L2 and R2 buttons, and you can zoom in with R1. Not that you really need to zoom in all too much. Now, when I was younger, I thought this part was really hard, but after when I played this last time, or when I recorded this, my HDMI was fucking up, so I was sitting on the other side of my room watching my tiny little monitor, like the little window from like my recording software. I was watching the game through that, so like I could barely see what the fuck I was doing, and I still managed to do it in one try. So like it's not difficult. It's not that hard. It can be if you're not careful. I also think you can't heal, if I remember correctly. Now all you gotta do is just make sure that you shoot when the circle is green, and then dodge whenever you're about to get shot at. Just make sure that when you're getting shot at, that you're not getting the car, making the car take too much damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a really fun part of the game too, but it does ask you to save, and I would recommend that you do save before doing this, just because if you die, you'd have to start the whole chapter over again if that's like the last part you saved at, like if you left or whatever. So don't die. Well, I mean, if you die, I think you just start the shooting part, but like you start the shooting part again. But what I meant by that is like if you leave and come back, you have to do the whole chapter again. Not that the whole chapter is long to begin with. Like I said, this whole chapter is confined to one video, and I did like the whole side mission before it too. So realistically, it's not that long. It's just I don't think anyone wants to replay the game like that again. I know I don't like doing that, so I don't think anyone else would. When their diamond turns fully red like that, that means they're gonna start shooting at you, and that's when you want to like reload, so that the car takes damage and not you. Of course, you also don't want the car to take that much damage either, so try to balance out who takes the hits. You get a few good shots, you can take out the cars, like their drivers and stuff. That's pretty good. I like how they just swerve and blow up. It's great. Cosmo doesn't kill anyone, by the way. Like, no one's dead. Cosmo doesn't kill anyone. Okay? I swear to God, Cos does not kill people. Except for that guy. Maybe. Maybe that guy too, because I don't know if he's going to survive being shot in the head and then falling off a bike. Yeah, see, he got shot in the head and just fell off a bike, so I don't know. I don't think you can shoot out the tires of the bike. I don't know. I don't know how responsive the aiming is on this. Like, I don't know like what you can and can't shoot. I usually just aim for the green circle, and then that usually gets me through this. I don't know if it's like GTA where you can like aim at the tires and like watch them explode and like they go flying. You know what this reminds me of actually? This kind of reminds me of Starsky and Hutch, if anyone's ever played that game on PS2. That's what this reminds me of. I kind of want to play that game now, but I never beat it. That game was really fun. Yeah. Not really much to say outside of just shoot everyone that you see. If you can take out the driver, like I said, I don't know how responsive it is in that sense. Like, I don't know if you can just shoot out the windshield and then kill the guy who's driving the car. Like, I don't know. I don't remember. And I don't think I did that to begin with. Also, why the fuck does Date have this much ammo in his car? Like, holy shit. I've wasted like 100 rounds by this point. And you can zoom in, by the way. Like, if you need to zoom in, you can. So, it makes it a little easier. I didn't read that because, again, my HDMI was fucking up. So I was playing this on my monitor from across the room. The reason why I was playing across the room is because my monitor, my TV was like flickering on and off every once in a while. So like at one point it was fine. Like it was working just fine, and then it just stopped, and I didn't want to get up while like I was recording. I don't know if that's my TV or if it's the monitor. I'm actually not too certain of what the fuck happened there, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. But, yeah. So we're just going to take out these guys. There's going to... You know it's over when you see a giant trailer on the other side of the road? On the other side of the highway, I mean, like on the oncoming traffic side, chasing you. And then a guy, like a few guys on top. That's when it's near the end. And eventually, we're going to just shoot at that guy behind the car. Just get a few good shots in. One. He left. Alright, he's not going to bother us, I don't think. Come on. There we go. Can't see shit, so he's going to wild out and crash. Crash and burn. Alright, here it is. Here's the end. So there's like a boss, quote-unquote, guy here. His name's Chin, and he's going to start shooting at you. He's got in the red suit, obviously. And he's going to start shooting at you. You kill him, you pretty much defeat the Chapter 9. This is like the end cinematic, or the end piece for Chapter 9. So check out Chin. You can take out the other guys too if you can. That'd be great. But be careful because Chin has like an assault rifle, or maybe it's a submachine gun, and it does a lot of damage to both you and the car. So make sure that you take him out as quickly as possible. I'm reloading a lot, but that's just because that's how you dodge too, so keep that in mind. Like, I'm not just reloading to reload, I'm reloading to dodge the bullets as much as I can. You don't want to take all these hits, and you can't heal. When you pause the game, this is what happens, by the way. Oh, need to reload. So I'm just going to shoot everyone as much as I can. Like right now, I think right now, zooming in would be really useful. Still have 3 guys on the car. Come on, you're almost dead. Just die. Try to die for me. Die for me. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. That's 1. That's 2. See, sometimes you gotta pray to them. You gotta just tell them they're lovely people to die. And this is why I wanted the car to have the most health. That's why, like, I made sure that Kaz took a lot more hits than the car did, because this guy will fuck up your car really quickly. Will fuck you up really quickly, and you can dodge him and just make the car sponge the bullets a little more. That way you don't end up dying. Yeah, but make sure that you still can shoot him. I'm almost dead. Down the wire. Adrenaline's kicking in at this point. Maybe the adrenaline's kicking in this entire time. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Haruka's traumatized by this point. There's no saving. No amount of therapy will ever save Haruka from the amount of bullshit she's been through. And just like that, we're finished with Chapter 9, Rescue. And I'll see you for Chapter 10. Peace.